You speak English, yeah, but you don't sound like you. In Spanish, you're confident, you're expressive, but in English, you sound robotic. Here's what I mean. In English, you might say, I think we should continue with the project. But a native would say, I think we should move forward with the project. You hear the difference? It's about the tone and the delivery and the phrase you use. My name is Daniel Cordoba, and I've helped hundreds of Latinos to find their fluency identity. In this video, I'll show you why you sound robotic and the native phrases you need to really express your fluency identity. Why something feels off with your English voice. You know the feeling. In Spanish, you feel confident, expressive, but in English, something feels weird. You have the words, you know the grammar, but you don't feel like yourself. Here's what's happening. English and Spanish have different rhythms. For example, Spanish gives each syllable an equal time. Notice how weird that sounded in English. Each syllable an equal time. But that's what happens in Spanish. For example, you might say, no quiero ir al parque. No quiero ir al parque. Every syllable gets an equal amount of time. But English doesn't do that. In English, you would say, but I don't want to go to the park. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. It's got its own melody, as you can see. The different syllables get a different amount of time. Now, here's the key. When you speak English with the Spanish rhythm, your identity in English gets hidden. But here is what's more important. In English, if you're not using phrasal verbs and idioms, you're not transmitting that personality that you have in Spanish into English. You see, phrasal verbs and idioms are like the doors that allow you to open yourself up and transmit your personality, your thoughts, and your ideas like a native. And so when you speak English like you speak Spanish with the basic vocabulary and the same Spanish rhythm, your personality gets hidden behind those doors. You're not expressing your true self. You're not doing anything wrong. Your brain is simply doing what it can. It's using the Spanish rhythm and phrases to try to express your personality into English. It's like you're trying to put a square peg into a round hole, which is an idiom, which means you're trying to do something that doesn't feel right. This idiom means a person or a thing that is not suited for a particular situation. In this case, you're trying to use Spanish phrases and express your identity. It doesn't match. Why this matters more than you think. Here's why understanding English rhythm and phrasal verbs and idioms matters so much for your success. In a meeting, when you're trying to express your thoughts and you're using basic vocabulary or you're using the same Spanish rhythm, your listeners don't know what to focus on. Here's what's happening. A native's brain is so used to trying to catch these phrasal verbs and idioms because they've been exposed to it so many times, especially in a business setting. So when you try to explain your thoughts using basic vocabulary, this is not going to match what they're expecting. Yes, explaining things in a basic way is important, but you must do it with phrasal verbs and idioms when necessary. That's why we have phrasal verbs like bring up instead of mention. So you can say, hey, make sure you bring that up in the meeting instead of make sure you mention that in a meeting. By using bring up, it's a little bit more specific. You're emphasizing that you want the person not just to mention it, but to highlight the importance of the context. Same thing with the basic phrase, that's correct. That's too basic. It's like eating a meal without salt. You want to have some seasoning. So you can say, hey, that hit the nail on the head, which means that's exactly what I was looking for. By using this idiom, you're emphasizing not just that you are enjoying what the person is saying, but you're emphasizing an aspect of your personality, that you're passionate about that subject. These native phrases signal confidence and cultural understanding. And if you're in a leadership role, it can also signal authority. When you stick to basic vocabulary, even if your grammar is perfect, you're watering down your personality. To water something down means to weaken the strength or the impact of something. Your intelligence is there in Spanish, but if you can't encapsulate that intelligence with the idioms and phrasal verbs in the right rhythm, then it's like it doesn't exist. The good news is that you can fix this. If you're tired of not feeling like yourself when you speak English and you don't feel like you found your personality, I left a link down below. It's the Fluency Identity tool, and it asks you a few questions, and based off of that, it's going to show you what your fluency identity is and exactly how to get there. Hundreds of Spanish-speaking professionals have already used it to find their fluency identity, and you can too. Just click the link down below. The 3-step system to find your English fluency identity. Here's how you can fix it and really find the phrases. You have to become like a phrase detective. You need to look for phrasal verbs and idioms that match your personality and really emphasize the points that you're trying to make. I'll give you a few general ones, but then you also have to look for ones that match your personality on your own, or you can do it with us because we help you to find these phrases in our program. Instead of saying, I will consider it, say, I'll think it over. The word over here highlights that you're going to take your time to really think about the situation. Instead of saying, I'm very busy, you could say, I am swamped. Swamp is like a literal place. We can have an image here that shows a swamp, right? But when you say I'm swamped, it makes it more vivid in the interlocutor's mind. They can literally see you in a swamp and unable to move because you're so busy. Second, master how to say these phrases with the right rhythm. It sounds good when you connect these phrasal verbs. So instead of saying bring up, you could say bring up, like it's one word. Instead of saying make progress, you can say make progress. Notice how I made longer than gris. Make progress. Your tone is part of your professional identity. Third, if you're in a leadership role, you can also take advantage of what we call breathy voice. Breathy voice is, for example, you can think of a pilot who has authority. Notice pilots how they speak. Hey, how are ya? I'm here, your pilot, and we're gonna fly over through California and we're gonna land in Miami. Notice how they have that breathy, creaky voice. A lot of people associate that with teenagers, and yes, teenagers do use that. But if you're in a leadership role, you can take advantage of this breathy voice like a pilot to really show not that you're relaxed, but that you're relaxed enough to be able to take charge and not overthink things. It sounds contradicting, but it really helps a lot of leaders to sound like they're in charge. So instead of saying, for example, hey, make sure you bring that up in the next meeting, you can say like, hey, make sure you bring that up in the next meeting. I'll be here waiting for you. Notice how I use that breathy, creaky voice to sound like a leader. Of course, if you're not in that leadership role, then it's not good to use that rhythm and that tone and that breathy voice. When you combine native phrases with proper rhythm, proper voice, you're not just learning new phrases or learning English. You're adopting your fluency identity and slowly revealing it to others. This is about finding the version of yourself where you can feel like yourself. You take the best parts of you from Spanish, and then you find new versions of yourself from English and you combine it, and that's your identity. And you express that through phrases, through rhythm, through confidence, and through tone. If this video has helped you understand why your English voice doesn't match your Spanish confidence and you're ready to take the next step, I've helped over 600 Spanish professionals to find their fluency identity and feel like themselves in English just like they do in Spanish. If you're serious about unlocking your natural English voice and you want a personalized plan to help you get there, schedule a free fluency identity discovery call with me. On this call, we're going to identify your specific identity type, your voice, and we're going to build a custom plan to help you to get there for your English transformation. Just click the link down below and schedule your demo call. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fluency identity tips. That's all for now. See you next time.